So this session will be recorded, and this recording is hopefully for a currently inactive YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, and it will be edited before sharing. I created this YouTube channel to teach AI to pathologists, but the only video that I created, I decided to remove it due to copyright issue, which I'm going to go into later. And any personal details and voices can be edited out upon request. So if you have any concerns about that, just let me know. Okay, so let's define some terminology on what I'm going to deal with today. So we say AI, but what kind of AI are we going to talk about today? I'm going to be talking about generative large language model, AI that reads, writes, summarizes, and reasons. Generative AI is an umbrella term for AI systems that create new content, text, images, audio, video, code. Large language model, or LLM, is a type of generative AI that is trained specifically on large amounts of text to understand and generate human language. And it works by predicting the next word based on the pattern learned from massive amounts of text data sets. For the purposes of this workshop, the term AI, LLM, and generative AI will be used interchangeably. So I personally feel like discussion about AI and pathology and medicine in general has been dominated by how AI is going to take away our jobs. However, AI can help us today, right now, by answering clinical questions with references, summarize information in the format that you learn best, be it podcasts, flashcards, Q&As. It can help you draft emails, reports, documentations, and slide decks. It can automate the tasks that eat your day. If there's a task in your daily work that you feel like you shouldn't be doing manually in 2026, maybe AI can help. And there's no need for fancy setup. All you need is an internet connection. Will AI replace us? Who knows? But we might as well use them while we still have our jobs, right? The tools that we're going to discuss today are Open Evidence, which is medical AI grounded in peer-reviewed literature. It's based for clinical questions, differentials, and literature review. NotebookLM, which is source-grounded AI from Google ecosystem, and it's best for retrieving information from guidelines, CME, summarizing large documents, and it answers only from the sources that you want to use rather than going out to the internet and getting random sources. Claude is a general purpose AI, and there are free versions available. And I find that this is the best general LLM for professional writing, PowerPoint generation, building custom agents and apps without any knowledge of coding. But let's start with the basics. Email. Okay, some of you might be using AI for emails already. For those of you who don't, writing emails is one of the simplest but best use of AI to get started. Once you start using AI for emails, you will never write another email without an AI unless it's super short. Okay, so this is how I use my email. If you want to use Copilot with Tifatu Aura email, it's best to access Outlook through Outlook web app and not the Outlook app. So if you work with Tifatu My Auckland, it's right here. So this is the Copilot button. So you just click on that and you activated the Copilot for your email. So let's get AI Copilot to write an email for us. Write follow email to Louisa and Jesse to thank them for the invitation to the talk. I am shortly going on secondment to learn more about foundation models in medicine and how to train. Would they be interested in follow-up session? Okay, so see, I didn't really compose. I didn't really think about how I'm going to put it into the paragraph. I just brain dumped. I just typed my raw thoughts exactly as they arose. And if you give it more context, the better. Who is it going to? Boss, GP, surgeon? And what is the situation that requires to send the email? Then leave the grammar and the flow and the sentence structures and spelling for the AI to sort out. So we'll try that. So it's taking a while. It has been quite slow in the last couple of days. Maybe it's because of the cyclone and the heavy rain that we've been having. So it's searching for Louisa Stone in my email inbox. Okay, see? Hi, Louisa and Jessie. Thanks again for inviting me to give the talk. What a contrast it is from here to here. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss these ideas with the group. Yada, yada, yada. Sorry. I just said Louisa and Jessie, and identify recipients at Louisa Stone at Te Whatuora Government NZ, Jessie Zhang at Jessie Z at ADHV Gov NZ, and you can just copy and paste, send. Okay. Let's try something else. Let's make it more casual. So as often comes up with the suggestions down below. So let's make the email more casual, see what happens. Taking a while. But realistically, you just go away and do something else. It doesn't normally take this long. Make the email more casual. Hopefully it'll work. Come on. Yay, it worked. Okay. Hi, Louisa and Jessie. Just a quick note to say thank you again. Do you see the contrast? And no pressure at all. Just thought that I'll put it out there. So there's a contrast from this to this, that make it more casual. And then let's try sending the head of haematology. Rewrite the email for head of haematology to head of haematology. Okay, done. Phew, it didn't take that long. Dear Professor, into the department. Just completely different tone, exactly the same email. So this is how you use Copilot, which is an enterprise-grade large language model with your emails within Te Whatuora system. Okay, any questions? No? So can you use any LLM for work emails? The answer is no. You might have come across this article a couple of weeks ago, and my reaction was, why? You don't need to. We have Copilot. So what's the difference between your ChatGPT and Gemini versus Microsoft Copilot Enterprise, which we have within Health New Zealand? Why does patient information must stay in the enterprise system? So the general purpose AI is your consumer tool. That's your ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. What happens if you enter data into these consumer tools is that data leaves your computer or organization, is processed at your AI provider servers, for example, OpenAI servers or Google Data Center. It may be retained or used for model improvement, and there is no formal organization or government's agreement. Whereas if you're using enterprise-grade large language model, for example, Microsoft Copilot Enterprise, our Nui uses ChatGPT Enterprise, data is processed within your organization's secure environment. It might be using cloud, but it is still within your organization's boundary within that cloud system, and it's isolated within your organizational boundaries. It is not used to train foundation models, and is covered by formal governance, privacy, and security agreements. So the rule of thumb is that if it contains identifiable patient information, do not use general AI. Use only your organization's approved enterprise-grade AI system, and please follow your local privacy and digital health policy.